Josh. I'm here with my buddy Hive. We kind of got together in kind of an unexpected fashion. I was called out to basically run security on some sites, and Hive was also called into the same city that I've been working in. So, not by any devices of our own, but almost by sheer happenstance, we ended up in the same city at the same time. So we thought it was a good idea to get together and do a little video for you. Hive has been involved and is still involved with elite forces in the United States, and I guess I'll let him take it from here and introduce himself.
All right, so I'm Hive. I specialized through most of my adult life in asymmetric combat and counter-terrorism. I have been on the forefront of wars that you never knew existed my entire adult life. I have an awful job, and it never stops. But right now is the time for the human species to prove itself, take care of each other, help each other, don't be an asshole. You should also take note of everything that's going on around you politically. Right now they're trying to take rights away from us. Some of us will fight it. There is no one in your life that is there to protect yourself but you. It is no one's job. No one cares about you but you. Bad news. It sucks. It's a horrible thing to say, but it's reality. If you can't protect yourself, then you're someone else's liability. If you're someone else's liability, they'll kill themselves to save you. Get strong, get tough, get smart. I now sound like an asshole. This is probably the first time that it's happened in such a publicized manner. If you look at the things that have taken place across Central America, South America, Mexico, Russia, Christ, even most of China, but China's a lot better at suppressing it because execution. Look at Monsanto, look at what they've done to countries across the world. They've tested horrible things and done horrible things. I think personally that this is the first time we've seen a large implementation of a blunt genetic utensil where we're seeing something being pushed across everything to do a singular role that nobody really that was making it really understood where it was going to go. Don't think it's fake. But this has a purpose. Everything has a purpose, and you should be terrified of it.
So terrified of what? I mean, when you say that, do you have an outlook or a possible outcome of where this is going? I guess.
The huge implementation here is the larger picture. What are you willing to give up to feel comfortable? What are you willing to lose? Where are we going to be? What is the end game? Where do you want to end up being? I came from a group that worked in small numbers, in large places. We were no one. We were shadows. We never existed wherever we were. But we had a huge effect on everything around us. Good, bad, or indifferent, we did our jobs. And I believe that we did good. So moving forward with that, in order to create weakness in any structure, first and foremost, you need change. Like shaking sand, you need change. Anything on top of that sand will suddenly be unsure. Right now, we're surrounded by shaking sand. I do believe that this virus is real. I do believe that there are things taking place that we should be worried about. I also believe that most of this is political influence. You want to make something seem worse, to make people more scared, to make them more malleable. People individually are okay. The larger group we get, the more moronic we are. Chaotic mass. If you can set off a few different actions that make masses unsure, you can make them think anything. You can make them do anything. All the liberals are out buying guns. This is the most malleable that we've seen.
That's some shaking sand. So yeah, go ahead and why don't you kind of tell us, what kind of tactics, you guys would use once you create these uncertain situations.
I cannot be too specific. When grabbing wet sand, you lose everything. To create control, you need utter mass chaos. The more terrified people are, the more malleable they are. In order to uproot an insurgency, first you have to make them evil. The way that you make them evil is show them who they are through a direct reflection. Once that reflection is thrown back on them, it is also cast upon those around them. Once that's in place, our murders suddenly seem righteous. I don't like any of that being said. Our murders were not murders. We had righteous kills. The unfortunate thing in combat is dealing with perspective and pain. Whenever you're dealing with a mass of people that have never experienced pain or chaos or terror, everything seems so horrible to them. They don't realize that that's the real world for so many other people. That's their day-to-day life. I sound like a psychotic.
Not really, man. No, this is it. You're getting into it.
Through chaos, you can cause control. What you want to do is create an uncertainty for those that you want to control. This is relatively easy because humans are sedimentary and almost methodical in our patterns and our needs and our you take one thing away, one simple thing. Your average Karen, you take away her coffee in the morning and you watch her rage out for 2 whole days and you offer her 1 glass dick of meth, you've got her under control for the rest of her life. You're solid. Did I go a little far with the glass dick?
Well, it's on the verge, but whatever.
Yeah, so my opinion of the human race is relatively low because we are simpletons. We are weak, we are stupid, we are chaotic, we are violent, we are mean, we are wretched. I still feel the need to protect, to look after. I need to protect those that I love, and I will do it with a level of violence you'll never understand. There are things that I hope you don't understand. At the worst of humanity, that there's nothing good in this world but what we create. If you don't make good, then there's going to be nothing good around you. I've seen the absolutely worst things that humans can create and do to each other. And I've seen the things that fucking feed off of that. And they're terrifying.
When you say you've seen the things that feed off the absolutely worst things that humans can do to each other, can you explain that a little bit? What do you mean by that?
Well, have you ever seen a child laugh out of pure joy? It almost like seems like there's something there around it. There's something godly, angelic. There's something there for the antithesis of that as well. I have seen and I've also heard reports and talked to other people that have been in my field of work and have done the things that I have done. They're fucking even at times for free. There's sometimes I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe it. There's something that loves our hatred.
Something that's there, I don't mean to interrupt you, but something like an entity, or like what do you mean?
Well, there's an entity would imply that there's some sort of singular motion towards it. That would imply that there's one mindset behind it. I mean, like there's a force, there's a hunger. You know, the ancient Vikings used to see Valkyrie. They used to swing by and scoop up the souls of the valiant, the honorable dead. There were also servants of Hill that would come by and consume the souls, not carry, but consume the souls of the dishonorable dead. And they're probably the most terrifying description of Gumby you can imagine. They do not require... No, that's even a terrible way to put it. They don't move like they're really here. They don't live in this plane. They don't like we're imparted, but like we're dealing with gravity. No, they just move. They don't look like something you'd look at naturally. It's more like a burn victim or a goddamn toxic crusader, if you remember that show. It's like the skin is slick. They look melted. They don't move naturally, and they're always attracted to the most violent thing.
So these are things that you see. They're solid, I guess, in nature. I mean, you're seeing them right there on the battlefield, or are they these apparitions? I mean, what?
Well, I mean, that completely turns into what do you call an apparition? I am no one. I am not a fucking hero. I am no one that matters. But I can tell you, I've killed more people than bear to mention. I have destroyed so many worlds. I won't sleep right again. I've done my job and protected people that I love, and I have accepted the sacrifice before me, and it hurts. And I've seen the evil, I've seen the darkness. It's real.
Can I ask you? So what you're talking about sounds really familiar to me. He's with the United States Army. He was actually part of a man-track unit. They're called combat trackers, amongst other things. But so he told me that they were. This was actually in Colombia, and this is some years ago. But They were shooting people, and he said it took him a little bit to realize that some of the people he saw moving around in this building were actually the people that he had already shot. They almost like they were disembodied, yet still he was seeing them moving around in this facility. You know what I mean? Is that kind of like what you're talking about? I mean, or we're talking about something completely different. Basically, he said.
No, I know what you're talking about. That's a real thing too. Those are they're like shadows. That's an awful thing. Those are shadows. That's the remnant of the human being that was left behind. That's the remnant of the violent act that took them from the world. Those are us. Those are what's left of us after we do something fucking horrendous. Those are what's left of us after we become a thing. The thing that I was talking about is kind of, it feeds on that.
And do these things become visible to all the people on the battlefield, or?
I don't think so. I think it kind of attaches itself to, I don't know, I guess the proprietor of its goods.
Interesting. So the Slayers themselves are more in touch with this because they're the ones bringing the dog dish, as it were, I guess.
Something's got to feed the beast.
From what I've talked to others as well, and it seems like, you know, others have seen the people, like you're saying, the disembodied souls of the humans. Like I said, this guy that I was telling you about, he said he was able to actually visually see that it was the person that he had already shot wandering around in the halls. You've seen that also, but yet you've seen more of a phantom that's feeding on this death energy.
It's not a phantom. It's not a phantom.
What would you call it?
It's everything that you hate about yourself. It's everything that you hate about every person you ever met. It's our unfortunate reality. It's the thing that you never want to be. It's the thing that you hate the most about your neighbor, your father, your mother, and your friend. It's the thing that is a constant. It is the adversary. That is not the enemy, but the adversary. That is the true war. You can kill meat all the time. You can't always beat the adversary.
That's deep, man.
It's fucking dark. I kind of want to kill myself right now after saying it.
Well, don't do that, because I'll have to clean it up.
Oh, Jesus Christ, and there's a rug, but they don't fucking need it. They're not here with us. They're not here with us. They're just reaching in to feed on it.
Gotcha. All right.
Like, this is not a governmental thing. This is not a goddamn combatant thing. This is a killer thing. You see that much death, you might see one of these fucking things. If you're a really unlucky guy, you'll see one twice. If you're destined to die, that third time, they're gonna smile at you. Hey, I'm gonna fucking shoot this guy. No, I can't. Why? Because, well, there's stairs there. Oh, shit. These fucking things do not work like that. There's no three-dimensional existence to them. They move. And there's no way for me to explain it without sounding crazy. They fucking move. They don't exist. They don't fucking use stairs. They don't see the floor. They don't see the goddamn walls. They don't see the fucking bullets. They see the dead. They just move. They Gumby slide across fucking time space. They don't fucking exist. But they do. And that's what makes me sound insane. These goddamn things. It's everything you never want to feel all at once.
Did it get to a point where you were seeing them or experiencing them more? Or is it a constant thing, or they come and go every once in a while?
No, it was very specific. It was very specific. I only saw them particularly visceral. That's when you see them. When there's things that you never thought was real, there was that fucking terror. There was that disgust. That moment where you're like, fucking humans are trash, and we're just gonna keep doing this to each other. That's what they want. Maybe it's not what they want. I don't know. But that's when they show up.
So they show up at particularly gruesome events.
Particularly palatable moments. Gruesome is one thing, but palatable is the... God knows I've done terrible shit in my life. I've tortured people. I've ripped people apart. I've done things that make the molecules of this chair weep. But the times that I've seen those goddamn things is some of the worst in my memory.
Any chance, have you had the opportunity to debrief with any of the other people on your team about these things? Have you guys ever talked to each other about these things, or is this something that's just kind of...
The one time that I tried, I was told, shut up, that didn't happen, you sound crazy. We then went back to the non-barracks barracks, because we didn't have a fob. We didn't have bunks. We didn't have a home. We only had a fluid state, and if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. We had no home. You know that our lives were hell. You also know that you saw it too. We were all told that we were sick. We were all told that we were tired. We were all told that it wasn't real. You know it was. Do what you want.
I'm actually, we're actually about to get ready to go on duty, so that's why I look the way I do. He is also, it's a little different. Our duties are a little different, but in the end, we're working for the same thing. He's got a little work to do on his heart, obviously. But he's a good guy, and I wouldn't even introduce him on this platform if I didn't know deep down to the core of my being that this was an awesome gentleman. He's welcome in my home. My kids love him. My wife, everyone. He's part of the family. And sometimes really great things come in packages that are a little incongruent, right? So, and under that mask, he's really not too bad of a looking dude. I mean, he could work in dental hygiene a little bit. But. So, yeah, that's good, man. Hey, thanks. Hi. I'll see you soon. I'm gonna do the video that I had told you about regarding my mom, and so stay safe, stay alert.